What's up, everybody? How did everyone do on eBay yesterday? I did sold a whopping one item, but it was an okay item at least. It wasn't like it was one $20 item. It was one like $90 item, which is good. I've sold an awful lot of the stuff I've been listing recently. So, because I've been focusing on the puzzles, games, entertainment stuff, Lego sets. Hope to sell more of it today. Wished I had more of it to list. Have some used stuff, no new stuff. Yeah, we'll see where we're at. So let me see here. We got one thing to list, and then one thing to ship, and then we're gonna list some stuff. Yeah, just pulled some stuff out. Well, you can see Hobbs the cat over here. See Hobbs the helper. He's gonna help me list. So we got the one item we sold was a Lego set. Let's see if I can pull it up here. It's on my main eBay account. Yesterday I found those two puzzles. By the way, yesterday I couldn't find to ship. I did find them, and I'd also forgot about one item I sold on Mercari. So I had to get it boxed up and shipped out. Unfortunately, I've been giving all my stuff to the mailman here, and they've been taking it, and that's why they prefer to do it, because they don't want you going into the post office. But the item I sold on Mercari, I did free shipping, but they provide the label, kind of like Poshmark, FedEx. So I had to go to FedEx yesterday, which is not ideal. But I did it, got out. Luckily, they've just opened a FedEx office in a Walmart that's just a couple miles from me. Used to, I had to go like 8 miles to get to the closest FedEx drop-off spot, which was a Walgreens. But luckily, they got this Walmart one open. Okay, so we got our Lego set. Let me see here. Get set up here. Get the Lego set. It's still over here. I hadn't even inventoried or anything. It's the Nexo Knights that I listed the other day. I got this on clearance. Or did I get this at a thrift store? I do find new Lego sets in the thrift store, but this one is brand new. Forget how much I paid for it. I think I paid $17.50 for it, or so. I'll pay up a little bit for Lego sets, and this sold for almost $90. Free shipping though, and it is going to Oregon. But it doesn't weigh a whole heck of a lot. I did after the live stream yesterday, and I got everything shipped. I did list some more stuff, just some regular stuff. I think a phone and a couple other things. Nothing major, How big is this? See if this fits in a 1097 box. It's a little bit bigger than that. It'd probably be let's see here. Got all my shipping supplies over here. And it probably fit in this the 1095 box. Yeah, it will. I'm curious how much shipping's going to be on this. Because it's going to Oregon. I don't think it weighs a whole heck of a lot, but I'm not going to seal it yet. We're going to weigh our options. Because who knows, even a large flat rate may be the way to go. I don't know. 2 pounds, 3 ounces. 2 pounds, 3 ounces. What's up, Craig? How's it going in Alabama? Hope everything is good with you and the fam. Yeah, I sold one item yesterday. That was it. One's better than zero. Didn't get shut out. And there's been some shutout days through this stuff. Trust me. So, what did I say? Getting distracted with all you good people. 2 pounds, 3 ounces. It's key to have a chair with wheels on it so you can... Oh man, I just had my I waited to go live because I've been till 11 because that's when I eat for the first time during the day, and I didn't want to be down here. Before, I've been down here packaging this stuff up. I'm on a fast and get irritable. when you're hungry, you're like, oh man, I don't want to do anything. But I just had some bagel and some cream cheese and some sugar-free yogurt or low-sugar yogurt. It's the Chobani. I actually prefer the Oikos Triple Zero or whatever it's called, but Costco hasn't had that in a few weeks, so they do have the Chobani though, and it's pretty good. Sugar-free is the way to go. Keep me all svelte. What's up, Midwest Picking? How's it going out there? Okay, so just this one item, 2 pounds 3 ounces. What's the size of this box again? 16, 13, and 3. That's about what I had in here. That was close. Going to Oregon. Yeah, $15.27. I wonder if could sneak this into cubic. I doubt it, but I'm gonna check regardless. Could get that into a poly bag, but it'd definitely be a 18-inch poly bag for sure. Probably bigger. It'd be hard to get that into cubic, being double boxed. I'm opening up my pirate ship here. I need to learn on OBS how to flip to my screen capture. You know, going from my camera to a screen capture. I need to learn OBS better. Is what I need to do. But this is only like the 5th or 6th time I've used it. So we've got 16, 13 by 3. 2 pounds 3 ounces. Yep. So everyone's goals for today. I think I want to get. I think I want to get about 20 items listed for sure. Yeah, it's not for cubic. Let me see if I can. Let me go to previous step and see if I can check the poly bag. Do an 18 by 15 or so poly bag. No. Yeah, it had to be a smaller one. That's what I figured. Okay. I think we're just stuck with the $15.27 shipping postal service. Now, FedEx is probably more than likely a little bit cheaper than that, but it's not worth it to me to get out for FedEx to save $3 or $4. But I'm going to check it here on eBay. I wish I could do the screen flip. Yeah, it's only $10.37 on FedEx. But it's $5 worth getting out and in this mess. It usually would be. I definitely usually would do that, but not today. Not today. But I did sell this for almost $90. I only have $17.50 into it. I'm going to take the $5 hit and just put it in my mailbox. Yeah. Let's go ahead and print that label, and that one item, our big one sale, will be done. Hopefully sell a lot more today. I started this morning before 11. I started getting the stuff together for our taxes to be done. Because even though they've extended the filing deadlines and all that stuff, I just want to get it done because it's just another thing that has to be done, you know. So I started getting all that paperwork together and all that fun stuff. Sent the big chunk of it over to my CPA, and I got to put together some more numbers like utilities and that kind of stuff. All right, I have to take that out the mailbox here. My mailman doesn't run till like 3 o'clock or so, so we got some time. We got some time to hang. Put this stuff over here. Alright. Oh man, I forgot a trash bag again. Alright, see what you guys are up to over here before we start the listing. Good morning, Rosa. How's it going? Hey Craig, have you gotten any games and puzzles up and listed? Have you been selling them? Midwest Picking, you guys been selling any puzzles and games and stuff? Because man, that stuff is just flying out the door for me. Okay. Scoot you over here. Scooch, scooch. All right. So what are we gonna list? I set out some stuff yesterday. I want to get. I don't think it'll sell, but I'm gonna get this jar listed. This I don't know, ginger jar. It's not blue and white, but it's kind of like a. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Not marked. And we got this really cool art glass bubble ashtray. I'm gonna get that listed up. It still has a sticker on the bottom. New Orleans, Japan. I'm gonna get that listed. I'm gonna hold off on the audiobooks. It doesn't seem like audiobooks are selling that well. We got the I don't know if I can find a way to take a good picture of this. I have to clear out some stuff. We got this Bob Marley flag. It's not new or anything, but it's still pretty cool. Get that listed up. We got a massager, this gigantic Back Plus Red Fern massager. We got this for less than $4 quite a while ago. I'm gonna get that listed. I don't know if I want to take the time to clean these up, but we got these crate and barrel, like a lobster and crab trivets. But they do need some cleaning, so we'll see if we want to take the time to do that. We got these, these are kind of heavy. These mother of pearl. Well, that one's cracked. But there's 8 of them, mother of pearl, like a. God, I'm just drawing a blank. They're the trays. They're from Lord and Taylor. Yeah. One of them is cracked, so I have to check through the rest of them, but I can get those listed up. We paid $3 for the whole stack. And that's a beginning. We may list some coffee mugs. But to me, regardless of if stuff, times like these is when you don't give up, you double down. Like, a lot of people are probably saying, well, stuff isn't selling on eBay, coffee mugs aren't selling on eBay, what do I do? Yes, you prioritize what is selling first, puzzles, games, entertainment stuff, but don't give up on everything, because this will pass. And once it passes, everything else will start picking up again and start selling, and you want to have your stuff there ready to go out the door. So, before I started doing lives again, I had listed a ton of clothes, but I still have some of the list, but I'm not going to get into that today. I'm going to list the rest of this stuff and these coffee mugs. Yeah, let's see where we're at from there. And look at Midwest Picking. Sold 14 puzzles in the last 3 days, probably more than I sold last year. Absolutely. I have sold more puzzles the past 2 weeks than I sold all of 2019, for sure. Almost, I think I checked my inventory, my listed inventory, my active inventory the other day, yesterday or the day before, and I only have like, I have under 10 left in my active inventory. And you know me, if you've watched my haul videos, I buy puzzles like crazy. So I'm just guessing here, I probably had 50 of them, at least. And I'm down to under 10, so... It's been carrying the store for sure. It's been carrying the water, but it wasn't purposeful. I can't say it wasn't purposeful. It was purposeful that I had the puzzles because I bought them, but it wasn't for planning for a pandemic. But it just so happens that it happens like that all the time. People fortuitously are in the right position, and obviously me and Midwest Picking there, and probably Craig too, were in the right position. If you watch my videos and listen to me, you would have had puzzles, Not to say that I know it all. I'm just another numbskull, just like anybody else. We just try to make $1 and get the bills paid and keep on going. Okay, I'm going to do this massager first. With my helper here, Mr. Man. He's a good helper, Kitty. Okay. I gotta cut off the rest of these massage heads on here. They got them all taped on there. We'll probably keep the work and hangout going here till, what time is it? Oh, till at least noon. See how many people come in and want to hang out and work. I forgot to check on my plants this morning. I got my plants over in my little seedlings over in the closet. I call it a closet. It's a full-on bedroom, but it's now a closed storage for my eBay selling. I got it in there on the table. It's a little bit chilly today. Yesterday was a super nice day. Really warm, but today it's chilly again. So I'll probably be planting the seedlings within the next week or so. Alright, get this sticker off. It's got all kinds of different heads. I have to figure out how this thing works too. Get the sticker off. May have to let's hit that little heat. A little heat. I want to go crazy on that heat. It's not like a coffee mug. This is on plastic, so just want to get a little heat so it's not so sticky on there where it rips apart, where it will just pull off without ripping. Just like that. I have to clean it a little bit here because it does leave some residue. We're in, obviously you guys know that I'm in Virginia now. I'm in Fredericksburg, and yesterday the governor issued the stay-at-home order unless you're out, getting groceries or doing medically necessary stuff. But I had issued my own stay-at-home order, 2.5 weeks ago because my wife and I both foresaw this being more than what was first reported. Because basically the good rule of thumb is, and I'm not degrading anyone, I never will, it's not who I am, or any other nationality or race or anything, but when something comes out of China, and this is a guarantee, this isn't anything against any Chinese people at all, but when something is reported out of China that's bad, you can guarantee it's probably at least 5 to 10 times worse than they're actually reporting. So when they said this is in Wuhan, it's not that bad, it's a couple thousand people, you can guarantee it was 10 times worse. And it was. That's just life experience, though, Ooh. Hey, Joe. What's up, buddy? Yeah, my Joe's down in Conway, Arkansas, and everybody knows that watches. I'm originally from Jonesboro, and my sister still lives down there in Jonesboro, and they had that tornado rip through there the other day. So, but everyone's okay. There was no fatalities or anything, but still destroyed a lot of stuff. But all of their property is fine and everything, which it is what it is. That head's already on. It shook. I was like, whoa, turn that off. But a lot of people had their houses destroyed, and a bunch of businesses got destroyed. But living there, you're kind of used to it though. Growing up there, tornado watches and warnings were just kind of part of the deal. Woo! Do this. Ow! That hurts. Oh wow, that's nice. Oh, man, that's nice. Oh, I'm not keeping it, but I'll use it for a second. These things sell so well. Especially, I forget the name brand before. The Panasonic ones I think it's the Panasonic ones that sell really well. But that works good. Really nice. All right. Get that listed up. Alright, get the cord kind of semi in order again. Alright. I'm going to it has that fourplex head on it, and it has a kind of a coarse and a fine little head with it as well. Back Plus. This is model SQM 330. Let's get that listed. The old eBay app fired up. Yesterday for a while the app was fine, but the web page on eBay acted crazy for a couple hours yesterday. Did anybody else experience that? Especially the my eBay was down. I don't know if people could buy. I don't know if that's the reason why nothing sold yesterday, or only one thing sold, because eBay was down completely. I have no idea, but I know it was acting crazy when I was checking it. Back Plus massager. This is, like I said, the SQM 330. Let's go over to see if there's any sold listings. And let's narrow it down. It's got a bunch of stuff. SQM 330. Ooh, that's nice. One sold for $72 plus shipping. One sold for $75 plus shipping. But looks like they have more attachments on theirs. But we're gonna sell it. All right, let's get this listed. This is actually, the SQM stands for Squirrel Massager. It's funny. Okay. Yeah, Craig, gently used. Yeah, now. It was gently used before, but it worked. No UPC. Make sure they got all their specifics matching, and it does. Because I just copied someone's listing, so someone's sold listing. Their title is actually good. I'm gonna do. Yeah, let's do. Since I do free shipping, let's do 85 with free shipping. Priority mail. Is everybody else listing today? What are you doing today, Joe? You hanging out at home? You listing? What else can you do? I don't think Arkansas's did a stay-at-home order yet, but probably should. The sooner this stuff over, the better. All right. Listed. Hey, we got this box full of goodies over here. We got this really cool, realistic strobe light from like the 70s. You guys remember these? Craig, you remember these? Yeah, you remember those? I got this for $4. Haven't tested it. But it looks brand new. Check this out. If I don't drop it. Take you back. Party time USA. Again, they wrote with grease pencil on the raw cardboard, so unfortunately I will have to cut out a little section here to get that price tag off. But excuse me, go lay down. Alright. just grabbed that because I saw it. But let's get this art glass ashtray listed by Orleans. Norlands. Okay. That's really cool. It's orange. It has some like air bubbles in the glass. It's pretty cool. See if one is. Nope, none are listed. None are sold either. My guess is that other people have had ashtrays like this one, but probably the sticker is gone on theirs, whereas mine, the sticker is still there. So it is rural, but you know, in a pandemic, you do have to play to the lowest common denominator too. And what I mean by that is you got to take into account. I hate to say this, but it's true, and you guys know it's true. It's like, and it's just statistics too. If you have 100% of people, say you have 100 people, you have a certain percentage of them that just aren't that bright or do stupid, crazy stuff, and that's what everyone else has to avoid or play. You know, if they're out there doing dumb stuff and spreading it and partying with each other and drinking after each other, and they can infect other people, and they can infect other people. So that's what you got to take into account. And like I said, it's been my personal decision even before yesterday when Virginia issued the stay-at-home order. We had decided to stay at home 2.5 weeks ago because I don't want to be out there amongst those people. And it's not that I think I'll die from it. I don't think I will because I'm not immunocompromised. I'm relatively healthy 40-something. But why risk it? You know, I am risk averse. Always have been. New Orleans. Let me see. New Orleans orange glass bubble ashtray art to glass. And this has 2 main slots, but it has a bunch of smaller slots on the side, but it is a heart shape as well, kind of, I guess. Yeah, pretty cool. It is used, even though it does have the sticker, it's definitely used. I cleaned it up yesterday before I knew I wasn't going to list it, but I cleaned it up. It is a little bit dirty, not terrible. I've seen worse, especially with ashtrays. Take some good pictures. You know that I don't know if Joe is still in here, but I've watched some of your videos when you got the antique booth and the store where you got the booth in. That's the type of stores I used to own. I used to own the whole store. I had 2 stores like that, one in Columbia, one in Kansas City. And actually, the one you rented the booth at, I am fairly certain I've been to that one before, but it's been 13 years ago or so. Because my wife and I were down there. We went to like on a mini vacation down in South Arkansas, and we went to the Diamond Mine, and did all that stuff. We went to Lake Greason. It's kind of a rural lake, man-made dam, but really nice, quiet lake. And when we was down there, when we was coming back towards Missouri, I'm 99% sure we stopped in at that store you got a booth at. When I saw it, I'm like, that looks familiar, but who knows, the old marbles running around upstairs. All right, get some measurements. In good condition. with no chips or cracks. And this is 6 1/4 inches by 5 3/4. 6 1/4 by 5 3/4. 6.25 by 5.75. Alright. Not that I expect this to sell real quick, but like I said, you're preparing for months from now, not tomorrow, when you run out of puzzles. I think we're going to do $30 plus free shipping. There it is. Done. Okay, so what are we going to do next? No, not even done with this one. I'm thinking about what I'm going to list next. But that one's done. Oh, you guys are still in the that antique mall, Joe? Yeah, like I said, it's been so long ago, but I'm fairly certain that we had stopped at that one. Is it? Gosh, I'm trying to remember what. I'm pretty sure the one we stopped at was right off the interstate. Is the one you're at right off the interstate? It just looks so familiar, you know. Or maybe because I owned one for 10 years, it's just like, hey, that's familiar because I was at one every day for 10 years. There's a oh gosh, I don't know why, because I knew I wasn't going to get out to them, but I was checking if there's any garage sales this weekend. There's actually 1 or 2 people having one. Of course, I'm not going, but hey, Paul, what's going on, brother? Okay, so we got the realistic strobe light. That's funny. They must have, because I know for a fact they started making these like in the 70s or 80s. But this one they made November 16th, 1990. So I bet you that's towards the end of the run for these. There's the date stamp. I'll let you guys get a good look. But that's still okay. It'll be fine. Oh yeah, you learn real quick, don't you, Joe? Yep. Now's a pretty good time if you have the cash flow to buy some pallets and truckloads and stuff. I've noticed that a lot of places have been get that pointed away from you guys, I'm blind you. I noticed a lot of places have been discounting their loads and stuff. Oh yeah, that works. See if I can, yeah, there you go. I can do it without blinding everyone. That definitely works. It's enough to give me a seizure. Can't imagine kids enjoying that, you know. But oh yeah, Paul. I mean, you see, Joe says they stopped buying pallets a few months ago just because we felt like we should stop for a bit with all that's going on. Oh yeah. You know, you got to adjust on the fly in this business. You know, 1 minute something's going great, the next minute it's not. Totally get it. That reminds me of a dealer. That's what in your mall, did they call you vendors or dealers? We called our vendors dealers. I don't know. It's just the terminology we inherited when we bought the place. We had a pretty long-term dealer. Like he had been doing this, you know, selling in the flea markets and stuff for like 20 years, you know, after he retired. And he would, his never, this went on for years. Like he would come up and go, oh, Mike, I just don't know what's going on. Our stuff isn't moving like it used to. We've been doing this for 20 years, selling the same stuff. I'm like, it's your problem. You're not evolving. Stuff changes. You got to evolve with the times. Like, I know it's easy to get stuck in a niche and thinking you got to figure it out. But then, people change. Joe says we have thought about buying some while they're cheap, but we would rather have money in our hands than waiting. Yeah, absolutely. You got to make that, because it briefly flicked across my mind because I have enough room down here in my basement to probably handle one truckload full of stuff. But, yeah, it'd be a hassle. And, like, do I really want to, like you said, do you want to spend your cash right now without having any guaranteed way to kind of flip it around? Something I've noticed about my area that I moved to now, and even when I lived up in closer to DC up in Woodbridge, but in this area, there's not what we had in Missouri. We had several actually auction companies, but we had two in Columbia alone. Columbia is about 100,000 people, 110,000 people, so it's okay size, not anything big. But in Columbia, we had two consignment auction companies that did sales 2 or 3 times a week, like during the day. They don't have that here. They didn't have it up there. They don't have it here. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that myself, but maybe I do, maybe I don't, because I know for a fact I could get it started just buying truckloads of stuff and selling it, but in the grand scheme, it's a lot easier and more revenue inducing. You don't have to put your own money out there as if you have other people bring the stuff in and you're taking 20, 30, 40% depending on what sells. But yeah. Oh yeah. No one does, Joe. That's, it's a stinker for everyone, that's for sure. But and I don't know how this is going to play out, whether you agree or disagree with the stimulus. It was necessary, but whatever. I'm not getting into details because I don't do politics on this channel. But it is good that they've made unemployment available to self-employed people. What I don't know, and I've read the bill, is how they're going to distinguish. Are they just going by the honor system? Like, I've been still making sales. It's not near what I was doing. Like, I was grossing 7,000 a month or so gross, not net, and now I'm down to grossing 3,500 a month. So it's about 50%. So do they take my word for it? Are you honest? Are they going to give it to people no matter what? Do you just got to apply? Now, it's not in place yet. They passed the bill and Virginia still hasn't put it in place. But so I don't know. Are you guys going to file for the unemployment? Are you self-employed? I don't know. I'm waiting for details still. I look at it every day and my income is down. So is that all they're going off of? Do we get the $600 a week just because our revenue is down? I don't know. I don't know. Lots of unknowns, Lots of unknowns. But what am I doing in the meantime? Keep on listing. Because what else can you do? Okay, this is the realistic. Could do a whole video, I guess, just on the unemployment for self-employed people, but it gets too political too fast. And let's see if there's any of these listed, or there's some listed. $25, $25, 15 plus shipping, 20, 20, 25, 30. There's 45 of them listed, which does not bode well. Is there any solds? Yeah, there's some solds. Yeah, it's not going to sell for huge money, but it'll sell for about $25 plus shipping. Yeah, so we'll probably list it for $35 with free shipping or so. So, yeah. Man, some people's titles. I try to pick one that is sold that their titles are okay, and sheesh, titles, people. Funky Town. All right. We'll alter that title. We got the best one we could find. All right. Let's get the picture right here. All right. Joe said, "Oh, hey Glenn, how's it going, brother? That is where we're at. We were grossing 17 to 18K and are on track to do 12. Well, that's still pretty good, Joe. I mean, I know it's not what you were doing before. That's pretty good. Healthy discussion. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, some people, I'm sure, there may be some in here that they're, even though my eBay gross is down 50%, some people's may be down, depending on what they're into, maybe down 75%, maybe down 90%. So who knows? And they really, really need help. They need to feed their family. You know, they need to pay their rent, mortgage, electricity, all that crap. Still do. As a matter of fact, I just paid my mortgage yesterday. I think my bank does have those programs where they will delay your stuff, but your interest still compounds. So I'll just pay. You know, if I have the money, I'll just pay. You know, and we'll see where it ends. This is the wide angle strobe light. I don't know if that's any difference. Alright. We'll check the item specifics. They're good. Category, good. And very good condition. Since I do lower price, I said I was going to do 35, but let's do $39.99 because I do lower the prices and do free shipping. That's going to probably be in the 3-pound range. About a 9 by 9 by 8. Priority mail. Free shipping. Alright. Another one done. Alright. Is that the second or third thing listed? I try to count as I go. Get this stapler I picked up for $2, brand new. Might as well try to list it. Joe, we had the one employee problem we are running into is a lot of our sources are, yeah, absolutely. Even though trucks are still running the logistics and stuff, the warehouses themselves and people are shut down. Yeah, and I mean, are they? Yeah, and I've been there, Joe. There's because at my peak when I had both my stores, up and going full bore, I think I had. It varied, of course, because you have to have floaters and that kind of stuff when you have a retail store. But I usually had anywhere from 12 to 16 part-time employees. Luckily, well, honestly, we didn't deal with anything like that, but you know, in the recession, the housing bubble thing in 2008, I was right in the middle when we owned our stores. Luckily, it didn't really affect our store because guess what happens when people don't have money to buy stuff. They go to flea markets. They go to garage sales. They go to thrift stores. So the economic downturn in 2008, the housing bubble thing, actually helped our stores. Our revenue jumped up considerably, and yeah, really set us up for success there. Again, timing, it was just dumb. I'd say dumb luck on our part, when a lot of other people suffered, but yeah, it was just good timing. What can you say? Layoff. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's what this stimulus is for. If you have to lay her off, at least you can get. I'm guessing she. I don't know why I say she, but they can get unemployment. And with the expanded unemployment, they get additional money. So that way, it doesn't really. I understand it makes you feel bad having to lay someone off, but that's what unemployment is for. All right, let's see if this thing sells. I remember looking this up in the thrift store, going, I don't know if this thing, because it's just a Staples brand, but we only paid $2 for it, and I'm pretty sure I remember it seeing some solds for like $20 or something. Of course, nothing's popping up from the UPC. Nope. Okay, so Staples One Touch. No, I mean, depends on where I want to go with this business, because if I want to do employees, if I do employees, do I want to do just 1099 contract employees like a photographer or whatever? Do I want employees at all? Because, I know this was genetic, this hair loss, but having 16 part-time employees did not help this situation right here. Having payroll to meet. Because all my part-time employees weren't contract; they were all payroll. So, yeah, it was a good time, I guess. Staples One Touch DX3 stapler, 28 sheet capacity. Capacity new. All right. New. The Knights who say new. Get some pictures. It's from 2008. We were just talking about 2008. This stapler, 2008. Funny. Okay, item specifics. MPN is DX3. Since I wasn't able to copy someone, I got to put in all these items specifics myself. Dang, I'm lazy. Oh, there wasn't that many though, so not that bad. Category is correct. Item specifics, description good. Dogs snoring. Paul says our part-time employee quit on us yesterday out of the blue. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Paul. Or maybe did they do you a favor? I don't know. Yeah, and they will. And I've talked to people about this. Some of my friends that are business owners, they've been having some of the same issues. But this is my take. And I owned a business for 10 years, and well, actually still own business, but I owned brick and mortar, had employees for 10 years. If your employee quits because the unemployment is more, you didn't want them anyway, because they're looking short term. They're very myopic. If they'd rather have that more money for 4 or 6 months or whatever it is, because it's finite. It's going to run out 4 to 6 months. This isn't that open-ended thing where it's $600 a week for life. If they'd rather have that short term, then you're better off without them, because you want people that are in it for the long term, that know they're going to have a consistent paycheck or be welcome back. If they came to you and sat down and said, just man to man, woman to woman, person to person, and go, this is the reality, and this unemployment thing's happening, all this stuff, and you may be ready to lay them off anyway, just like Joe was talking about. But if they're upfront with you and tell you, what this is about, okay, that's when you go, you're a great employee in this climate. Yeah, you may need to go do that unemployment thing, but we would love to have you back when all this settles down and everything. That's the kind of employee you want. But if the one of those that ghost you, disappear, no excuse, or just say F this, I'm out of here, it's a good reason to get rid of them anyway, in my opinion. So yeah, just my take. Price, I don't know. I guess we'll just do $24.99 with free shipping. That's pretty much my minimum anymore, because if you do free shipping, $24.99, and you got all the fees, you're not making much anyway. There's a few things I have under $24.99, but they're all first class eligible type stuff. So snoring dogs. Priority mail. Free shipping. All right. Done. Yeesh. Got a huge pile of stuff over there I've listed. I need to work on some inventory management later on. Okay, I've been ignoring this stuff because I just have. Let's get this listed. I guess you call it a ginger jar. It's not marked. It has numbers on it, number 9503, but so large ornate ginger jar. Oh yeah, they will, Paul. They'll ask if they quit or they're laid off. Absolutely, for sure. Yep. And if they're a payroll employee, because as employers, I used to be an employer, we pay that unemployment insurance money, that whatever it is. So yeah, that's why the unemployment people call you as the employer, going, did they quit? Were they laid off? What's the situation? All this stuff, But yeah, that's what it is. What was that number again? I forgot this. 9503. 9503. Done. List an item. Large. Tree, floral. Ginger jar. Ceramic ginger jar. Nine 403. Is that what I said? How tall is this thing? I can put that in the title. Yeah, it's a 12 inches tall. And we'll do the diameter, circumference, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, get some pick shots. Can't remember what we paid for this, but it wasn't much, like $5 or $7.50 or something. Nothing in the lid either. So okay. 9503. Ooh. Eesh. Okay. Measure. I never was good in geometry. Is it? I always forget diameter, circumference. I think it's diameter. 8 1/4 inches. Or you could just say 8 1/4 across. Alright, I gotta put condition in very good condition. With no chips, cracks, or stains. eBay recommends, just off my description, because I don't know how to describe this thing, $54, which, with free shipping, that'd be high. Maybe I should do calculated shipping, because this thing it's going to be a doozy to ship, because you need to pack it so well. I think I'm going to stick with the recommended and do calculated shipping on this one. $15 by $15 by $10 or so, because of the packing around it. Stuff like this, you almost have to do calculated shipping, just because you have to. If you want to pack it properly, it's going to weigh a lot. It's going to be in a bigger box. But there you go. All right, on to the next item. Yeah, I think that's right, Joe. That Joe says employers aren't responsible. Yeah, that was changed with the stimulus. Uh, that Paul more than likely they're not eligible through you, at least. They may be eligible in a general sense, but I don't know enough about the details. Like I was talking, like even like us as self-employed people, if our revenues have taken a hit, we may be eligible to file for unemployment. I don't know though, because it's all short on details, and it may depend on your state. You know, you're in North Carolina, I'm in Virginia, Joe's in Arkansas. It could be a state-to-state thing too. I just don't know enough about it, but I have been checking my state's website just to try to get more information every day. But it just says the same thing every day. Like we're waiting. I think it says in Virginia that they're waiting for guidance from the Department of Labor on how to implement this stuff. So I don't know. Something we're all waiting on, though, right? Okay, so what do I want to do next? How many was that? 4 or 5? What time is it? 12:06. Wrap this up in a little bit. 2, 3, 4. I think we got 4. Let's do one more. What do you guys want to list? I kind of want to do the Bob Marley flag, but I almost need to hang it up. So I need to. That's more involved. So what should we list? Got some stuff over here. Let's list these. Maybe people will be looking for stuff like this because of these are the tablet stands by Brookstone, the foam tablet stands, like a little bean bag for your tablet. $3 a piece on those. They're brand new. So let's get those listed up and just do a quantity of 2. I don't know. Sometimes this types of plastic you can peel the stickers off easier, but I don't know if this one. Because sometimes, they'll just rip right off without tearing into shreds, but I don't know if this one's going to do it or not. Man, these stickers drive me bonkers. I don't know. Yeah, leaving some residue. But at least it's not tearing to pieces. Let's heat it a little bit. Not too much of them because that plastic underneath it is thin. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Just that little bit of heating. You don't want to warp the stuff, but this is where I was trying to rip it off myself. Then heated it clean as can be. But you got to be careful. Just a little dab. Yeah, that plastic's still like soft. Clean as can be. Alright. Get these listed up and get this wrapped up and let you guys get to work. Glad you guys hang out with me. It makes it fun. Obviously someone got these as a gift because it has the Happy Holidays wrapping paper on the bottom still. I got them as a gift and gave them to the thrift store. None listed. Any solds? No solds. Alright, so we're on our own. These are 6-inch navy color Brookstone foam tablet stands. Tablet stand. 6-inch navy. That's really it. New. Okay. Let's go. You ever see yourself in the reflection? You got to kind of angle back, like. Alright. I love listing new stuff. It's so easy. You don't have to do much. Get the stickers off. New Brookstone type. It's kind of like a pillow stand. Universal. Done. Universal. Done. Color is blue, navy blue. We do have the UPC. Alright. eBay recommended pricing is $19.50. Yeah, we're going to go a little bit more. Because free shipping. These don't weigh much. Yeah, they only weigh like 5 or 6 ounces, so maybe it'll creep those into first class. Oops. Forgot to do my quantity. Got to do quantity 2. Dog snoring crack me up. If I have the music going down here, it just drowns them out and they sleep anyway. But priority mail. Okay. Easy peasy. Make sure it goes through. Sometimes they'll throw an error on you, so you go, yep, it went through. Okay, so list it up. done. I think that is it for now. I will come back down here later today and list more. I got all kinds of, I'm emptying bins left and right, which is a great thing. You know, like over here, all these bins are getting empty, which is fantastic because they've been full of stuff for a long time. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Missing some familiar faces. Everybody's kind of busy. Hopefully everybody's working, but you guys have any questions, shoot me an email, michael@newfoundpass.com, and yeah, we'll see you on the next stream. Thanks, guys.